wondered why we have lots of things around the house which is not really necessary? Halongkatin mo lahat ng mga cabinet mo dyan. I'm sure, na-experience mo na din yung na-experience ko na mas stress sa kakaligpit ng mga hindi naman kailangan ng gamit. So, yan po ang pag-uusapan natin. And what do you think if you look at this picture? And this. Diba? Ang gulo-gulo. Hello Beshies! Welcome to my channel and this is Layah. At kung bago ka sa channel ko, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more videos. Comment na din para sa anumang opinion mo about this video. So, if you are here now watching this video, you might be wondering, what is minimalism? So, I love to share this to you, friends, families, my beshies, about this documentary series of the minimalism. We spend so much time in the hunt, but nothing ever quite does it for us. And we got so wrapped up in the hunt that it kind of make us miserable. Look at that people, so excited, and they all run to get the things that they are not necessarily. It's because of a big sale. That's so chaotic and dangerous. Welcome to minimalism. In really harsh conditions, but these days creates a disconnect. You're like a puppet whose strings are being pulled by Mother Nature and evolution, reaching back tens of millions of years. We still feel restless. We still are always scratching the coin for more. It's why lottery winners are miserable. It's why homeowners have 3 car garages. It's an addiction, really. And we are encouraged to maintain the addiction through technology and information. There is definitely this illusion of what our lives should look like. Whether it's advertising or your Instagram or Facebook feed, it's this illusion that our lives should be perfect. It's natural to use the other people's lives and even imagine the simplicity existing that was just us. Sometimes it seems like for a long time when people are looking to buy their first house, they look at their budget. Oh, I have $500,000. Let me buy whatever $500,000 can get me. They didn't have $500,000 at all. They had a loan that would guarantee them that amount. And of course, after a few years of people buying houses that they were not actually buying, they were just hoping to buy someday, the entire housing market collapsed. Oh my. Apple shares and the market collapsed, and here goes the markets. Let's talk about the market deteriorate. Oh, the reporter is telling
backwards, the crash of 1987. In decades, and that means life as its most American, in some cases dramatically. It's the wake of recession is with a really, really strong appeal to buying a house outright. The vision that really came out of life is just like, hey, I think we've got to take a step back here. We very much. According to Colin Bevan, actually, if you think about it, in some ways, we're not material enough. We are just too materialistic that everybody sends everyday sense in the world. And we are not at all materialistic enough, in the true sense of the word. We need to be true materialists about the materiality of goods. Instead, we're in a world in which material goods are so important for their symbolic meaning, what they do to position us in the status system. Based on what advertising and marketing says they're about, the status quo in the fashion industry right now is driven by fast fashion. Maybe when our moms are shopping too, or our grandmothers, or rather four, they will have 4 seasons a year, maybe even 2 seasons, just for the cold and winter. Now we work in a cycle of 52 seconds per year. 52 seasons, oh my god, that's so embarrassing, isn't it? Look at those fashions. They want you to feel like you're out of trend after 1 week so that you will buy something new in the following week. They have actually been accounts of being fashion retailers selling all of the clothes from one together, slashing through, leaving them on the slide so that nobody can resell them or even wear them. They want consumers to buy as much clothing as quickly as possible. The era of fast fashion in which we are making clothes in sweatshops so we're not paying the true, and we're not paying the ecological cost of these things drove the price of apparel down so far that used apparel become worthless. I like to think rice and beans cost more than used apparel. In historical terms, that's the world upside down. And that represents the economics of such an extreme and profound sustainability. For a scholar of these things, it's kind of breathtaking and horrifying. Fast fashion is what happens to apparel and then increasingly to the home consumer goods sector. Almost anything in the home now becomes an object of fashionability, and that's been a just dramatic transformation. If you think about the concept of fashion, it embodies in it the idea that you can throw things away not when they're no longer used, but when they no longer have or they're no longer fashionable. Oh, I think people buy because they're trying to fulfill this void inside of them. I know that because that was me, but no matter how much stuff we buy and how many different faiths that we try, we don't become a more whole person. We kept looking. This hunger never gets fulfilled. You can never get enough of what you don't really want. In other words, deep down, we want more goodies, more toys, more cars. We want what they will bring us. We want to feel whole. We want to feel content. This mindless consumption, this same thing, that's not making us happy at all. It's all causing the degradation of our habitat. We can afford to have 350 parts per million of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Another part, the 2 authors are traveling and they're going to their book tour about minimalism. You can also read their book about minimalism, and they read it and meet all of their clients. I love watching how it's spreading like it's black in a good way. It's a good news to know minimalism. On the other hand, According to the news, a starting new study shows a huge number of children under the age of 4 have access to a mobile device, and some of those kids started using them before they were 1 year old. Oh, that's so sad. It's time we stop advertising to children. Advertising to children has existed for so long. What's changed though is the amount of this advertising and the media through which this advertising comes. Historically, companies which had products aimed at kids would go to work, getting the mothers to want to buy the stuff for the kids. What happens is the companies decide to go around the mothers and go directly to the kids. Oh no, I don't know what the most common is according to the guy. Is it love of I love you, or is it I want you? Or it should all about focusing on you or accumulating more things. This is what we instill inside the children's mind. It's kind of incredible. Like when you go to a toy store, anything you ever could have dreamed of has been taught. Advertisers have there's this huge market. There are parents who want to give their kids the best. And they're really working hard to get the angle. Oh my god, 1 million marketing to children. Wow, that's a lot. According to Gillette Score, there's a problem of both process and content. And the problem of content is huge. The products that are being advertised to kids are junk. Welcome to Mutant Mania Wrestling. Oh my god. That's a lot. It's food that's bad for them. It's crappy for toys that are gendered and violent. I don't see the argument for subjecting children to this. Like there's no positive social benefit from it. Just know there's negative, and it's just the political power of advertising and the companies that do the advertising that keeps us from doing something about it. So I've heard someone says there's another word for
Ano ba ang minimalism? Ba't ba ako nagsimula nito? Actually, at first, ay may nakita ako sa Pinterest about how to have a happy life documentary series, and it's very interesting. When I click on the video, sinanap ko siya sa Netflix and I found this minimalism. After I watched the whole documentary series for 1 and 24 minutes, 1 hour and 24 minutes, it really blows my mind, you know. Marami akong natutunan, like what are the most important things in life that we should consider, na hindi dapat laging mamili. Like, for example, kung may sale, porket sale, ay bibilhin na agad, kahit mura. Yung feeling na afford mo. Tapos, another thing pag may trending, fashion, or yung feeling mo na parang laos yung damit mo, gusto mong sumabay sa uso, di ba? Yan tayo Kung may uso, bili na agad. Sabay-sabay. Suot na ng mga magagandang damit. Yun. Na-realize ko din na tama nga naman. And that's why I'm making this video to share this to you. I'm so happy and thankful na nakita ko to. And hopefully, it will also serve you better na it might not be now or later. You can decide to yourself when you want to be a minimalist in your life.
Let's proceed. It's clear that the true problems of our nation are much deeper than gasoline lines or energy shortages, deeper even the inflation or recession. In a nation that was proud of hard work, Strong families, close-knit communities, too many of us now tend to worship self-indulgence and consumption. Human identity is no longer defined by what one does, but what one owns. Oh no. But we've discovered that only things and consuming things does not satisfy our longing for meaning. We've learned that piling up material goods cannot fail the emptiness of lives which have no confidence or purpose. This is not a message of happiness or reassurance, but it's the truth, and it is a warning. We think we need those things because we've been told we need those things. We've been told we need those things by our society. It's been this kind of a slow little thing that's just kind of trickled in because the thing you do. It really does come down to a value-based ideal. You want to do the most amount of good and get the most amount of value with exactly what you need. Having too little is not going to give you right. Having that balance, having enough, that's what you're looking for. If I had a dream, it would be more about coming together in community. It would be more about a society which had much less inequality and fairness, and which everybody had a chance that is responsible toward the planet and our ecosystem. To me, that is a dream. When you talk about not consuming, people think, well, you're trying to take something away from them. But the truth of the matter is that I think that what this movement is really good is questing after a life and good for the people around us.
Nakikita nyo guys? May box dyan. Earlier this morning, what I did is kinuha ko lahat ng mga gamit ko. First ay yung mga damit ko. Nabilang ko lahat yung mga damit ko. Na lagi kong sinasabi na wala akong masuot for today or familiar ba? Wala akong ano bang outfit ko. Yung naguguluhan talaga ako anong masusuot ko sa araw. And then, I found out na marami pala akong damit after halongkating my wardrobe. And then, I also found out that I have a lot of shoes. And I have lots of pairs of shoes. I have lots of bags. And then, gamit na hindi naman pala kailangan. So, I decided na i-apply na din yung minimalism sa life. And whatever you have learned from this video, hopefully you have. Because that is my purpose for making this. And try mo ang minimalism. It's good for our life. You can decide to do it now or later. Imagine living a life of becoming less than a chaotic life where you think na happy ka na. Akala mo yung mga bagay ay nakaka-happy sa'yo. Kaya nga bumibili tayo ng mga trending. Akala mo ay yun ang magpupuna ng saya sa atin. hindi naman talaga. Kasi yun ay mga bagay. Nothing is permanent in this world. Hindi natin yan madadala sa ating trabaho. Mamamatay tayo. Simba ko pala yun. Yes. So, it's a good and great principle na dapat niyong malaman at i-apply din sa life dahil napaka-importante talaga, beshies. I learned to apply and understand what is a simple life and what should we do to enjoy more the moments in life instead of focusing on unnecessary things that really doesn't matter. And that's the end of our video for today. Thank you for watching. At kung nagustuhan mo, please let me know down the comments below para naman malaman ko na nanonood ka. Thank you so much. This is Layah.